Now if we arrow down again to number 9, we have trim length. The trim length basically sets the thread's tail length after a trim is performed. This is what you see the wiper grabbing and pulling back up through the Velcro strip on the machine. Next, if we go down to number 10, to trim timing, this is set at 0. Basically, trim timing adjusts the timing when the thread will begin to cut. The only time this needs to be changed is if we're working with metallic threads. When we're working with metallic threads, we want to use the left arrow key and adjust this to a -10 or 11. This will help the machine properly cut metallic threads, and you'll hit set to confirm this. Now if you'll hit the down arrow one more time, you'll see we're into the boring option. The boring option is an optional attachment for your embroidery machine. It can be used for any projects where the area of fabric needs to be cut and removed. The boring device should be set on the rightmost needle, needle number 15. The second option is cording. Once again, this is another optional attachment on your embroidery machine. The cording device should be set on the leftmost needle, needle number 1. The last option is the Sequin device. Once again, this is a third option that can be attached to the machine to where you can modify needle number 1 so it shows sequins instead of thread. Next, if you'll hit the escape key and then the hoop key, we can go into the hoop menu. The first option here is hoop mode. Here is where we can change from flat to cap, sleeve attachments, border frame, the X pantograph, or back to flat again. Once you change these, you'll hit set to confirm and the machine will reboot. Our second option is initialization. This starts the hoop position when the machine is turned on. Our third option, if you hit the down arrow again, is start point. Start point return mode sets the hoop position after the design is embroidered back to the previous start point. So once the job is finished, it will go back to the start or center point of that job. This is recommended to be left on the manual option. Number 4 is manual speed. This sets the hoop travel speed when running the machine manually. Here we can adjust these between 1, a low speed, 2, a medium speed, or 3, a high speed. It's recommending leaving the manual speed on 1 or 2 when sewing in flat mode. When sewing in cap mode, it's recommended to change this to 3. And we'll change it by using the left and right arrow keys and hitting set to confirm our change. Next, if you'll hit the down arrow one time, we'll go to hoop timing. This sets the hoop drive start timing. Choose auto for the machine to be automatically adjusted, which is the recommended setting. At 250 degrees, the hoop drive always starts at a 250 degree angle. Press the set key to confirm. Next, if we go down to the next item, offset, the offset mode makes the hoop automatically travel to a predetermined position. This is good when setting your machine up for appliques. To do this, we'll hit the move hoop key on the machine and using the arrow keys, reposition where you want your frame to travel to. Once this is done, you'll hit set to confirm and then move hoop to move the machine back to the center point. If you'll hit the down arrow one more time, this will bring us to the last menu option in the hoop menu. This is the trace mode. Here we have 2 different modes for tracing. We have a line and a rectangular trace. Your machine will come default with the rectangular trace. It is recommended Toyota 9100 to change this to a line trace and hit set. The line trace is a more accurate tracing method for your designs. This will ensure that you do not hit a hoop.